My name is Michael Mulville and I wrote a history of hypnosis. I called it Hypnosaga. It'll be published soon enough. In the meantime, I'd like to ask the question, why did I study the history of hypnosis? Early in the 20th century, psychological science prized the unconscious mind. It's an ahistorical statement and entirely counterfactual to say that the unconscious mind was first prized, taxed, valued and professionalised by the Western mind about 200 years ago when clinical hypnotherapy was born. No, that's a counterfactual statement. It's not only counterfactual, it's a historical thing to come out with. And unfortunately, too many hypnotherapists of this age that I know say these kind of things. The clinical hypnotherapists I have met asked me who was Anton Mesmer. I was aghast. That same person who asked me who was Anton Mesmer was actually teaching hypnosis for a living. It's a bit like a Christian preacher asking you who was Jesus Christ. Another statement that I have found kind of not fully true that hypnotherapists make is that psychotics and psychopaths and epileptics cannot be treated by hypnosis because it is contraindicated. Well, I can tell you I have read case histories where hypnosis treated psychotics, psychopaths and epileptics. The people doing it were medical doctors. But isn't it worthwhile to do the research and to say, well, you know what, that statement is sort of circumstantial because it really does depend on the skill set of the person treating you. So a bit of research will help to question what you're being taught and to say, you know what you're saying is actually overly simplistic, is it not? They'll also tell you that drugs and hypnosis have no relationship. I can confirm you that the history of narco-hypnosis and narcoanalysis is embedded in the history of psychiatry, meaning that it is a long history. But I can also go way, way back to ancient history, and I can tell you that hypnosis was induced by psychoactives in cultures such as the Aztecs. So yes, the relationship between drugs and hypnosis is well established and it is interrelated, and it is entirely nonsensical to say otherwise. But it would be truthful to say that the modern clinical hypnotherapist doesn't administer drugs to their patient when they use hypnosis, so they should get things right. Another speculative statement that hypnotherapists make is that hypnotherapy is entirely safe. It's not entirely safe. It is safe depending on who is using it. So you can see that this is a circumstantial statement. Hypnosis safety depends on who's using it, who's gaining this powerful information from the powerhouse of the human mind, which is the unconscious mind, who's accessing the powerhouse of your mind, and what are they going to do with the information that they're gleaning from it. And again, a wealth of study from the history of hypnosis will help you to interrogate these statements and make you think, you know what, it's not as simplistic as it might make out to be. I'm going now to end this episode, and the next episode will be about the Aztecs and the ancient history of hypnosis vis-a-vis the Aztecs. Thank you for listening to this.